I don't think I'm doing anything outside of myself but saying when I first started doing any of this shit with the sports, with my talk shows, any of that, I just say, yo, how can I make my people, or not just my people, understand where certain things are coming from? Because, like I said, I hate to keep bringing up certain niggas in the hood, right? Nigga be like, yo, I be like, yo, you did the due diligence on that? Nigga be like, what's that mean? I be like, no, the research. Why you just couldn't say that I do the homework on it? Why you gotta use due diligence? How you said what you said? Why you gotta do all that? Look, man, Stat know this shit, Mo. I'm gonna keep it 100, and I'm gonna keep it a buck. Sometimes Stat don't be up to par with the hood journalism, man. I call Stat the other night. I say, "Yo, what's philanthropist mean?" She ain't know like that.
Off the
Oh.
top. Off the top.
Just
It
kidding.
took me a second.
You ain't
Can I,
get
Come
can I,
on,
can I,
Stat.
wait, wait, wait,
Come
wait, wait,
on,
wait, wait,
Stat.
wait.
I'm
No,
just saying.
can I say
It's,
something?
it's,
No,
I
can
ain't
I say
battling,
something?
I ain't battling you in journalism. I'm
Can
just
I,
saying.
can I say something?
You ain't know
It's
what
not a,
philanthropist was like
it's
that.
not a battle. I knew what philanthropy was. It took me a second, but can I just like explain to y'all the range of questions Kim asked me? We went from what's a philanthropist to what is, or Eric B and Rakim to what
Eric
does
B.
the ground,
Rakim. Yeah.
what does the groundhog coming out the ground mean? Like this is like not like
Yeah, the
within
range
the
is wild.
same
I ain't gonna lie.
family. Like
Yeah,
I'm like,
Yeah,
I ain't
yo,
gonna lie.
I was mad
it's a
when
lot.
I was mad when you didn't know what Groundhog Day was.
It
Yeah,
took
I
me a
thought
second. Okay, y'all. It's a
I,
lot of
I watched the
things.
show, Stat. Yeah.
yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. We all come from different walks of life, so I didn't want to be saying wrong to journalism. But back to the original topic, the best experience sometimes is the best teacher is experience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like give you an example. When Mace first came out, he was like, Cam, you should manage me. And I'm like, I don't mean, man, we just got in the game. I'll do it, but I don't know what I'm doing. How the fuck I'm gonna manage something? And this is our first time in the music industry, and it's not like it is now where you could upload your own music and internet and Spotify and iTunes and all these DSPs where you can put your music. This have to deal with real people in the record company and records and tapes and CDs, and you have to talk real business face to face. There ain't no emails and all that. Maybe a fax machine, but I didn't have no experience. I wanted to know what I was doing. Today, if I had the man's mates, I run rings around niggas. Same thing like when you think about clutch sports, when you think about somebody like Rich Paul. LeBron James' original agent, he had Leon Rose. He had Maverick and Rich sitting under Leon Rose like this. Yeah,
Yep.
like Pepsi, Dunkin' Donuts, like this, Pizza Hut. Curve Leon Rose 2, 3 years later and let them handle everything. But they had to sit there and learn certain things. Not saying that they ain't no street shit or hustling or being a man LeBron, but you have to learn. Sometimes the best teacher is experience.
No, but I'll tell you like this, even when you say that, now I say this in the most serious way, I learned more from hustling, but I just didn't have legal terminology with it. And so I didn't want to really go there with the whole conversation, but I was saying to myself when I was in prison, after you hustle, if you could figure out how to formalize this, and I was looking at everything through a hustling eye, but the experience came from hustling, which is sales at the end of the day. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But once you do that, once you can formalize your hustle, the energy and the ambition take over, but you just basically at the end of the day, you hustle, you putting deals together, you create margins on products and services at the end of the day. So you're 100% correct. I have that reference point.